What's up, everybody? Dog1985. There's levels to this. This one might be a little bit longer because I have a concept that I want to run by you, and I just want to see if you happen to see things the same way that I see it. Okay, so just stick with me on this one. There's this concept in leadership called buy-in. What this means is if you are leading a group of people, if you're leading a company, if you're leading a team, whatever you may be leading, if you can get the members of that team to believe and buy into whatever your vision is, the success of that team increases exponentially because every single member of that team has now bought into that vision. Now, leading people and getting them to buy into a vision can sometimes be difficult, and there's different tools that you can use to try to get people to buy into a vision that you may have. So one of them would be full transparency, where you simply lay out your vision and you explain why you're doing what you're doing, what the results of it are going to be, how hard it's going to be, the good, the bad, the ugly, all of it. Just full transparency. Then the person receiving this sees the vision, sees the work that's involved, sees the positive, sees the negative, and then they decide whether or not they want to buy in. But when they buy in, they know everything that there is to know essentially about this vision and this mission, right? That's one way to do it. Another way to do it is to plant a seed or create parameters or boundaries. That sounds better. Yeah, create boundaries around a specific task and let the members of that team figure out themselves how to make it to the goal. Now, that buy-in is very strong because all you're doing is saying, hey, this is the goal. Here you guys go. You achieve it. They then take that on as if it's for them. It's their own vision. It's their own goal. It's their own way of figuring out how to get to that end. That buy-in is very, very powerful. And you're not what's called another term called micromanaging. You're not telling them exactly how to do it. You're just essentially saying, hey, this is what I need done. How can we get this done, guys? Please help me out. You might already have the answer. You might already know exactly how you want it to be done. I need your help. How can we get this done? Here you go. You guys do it. And you'll see that team grab it, flourish, and go from there. Now, they might do things different ways that you might not want or you might not agree. But if the end goal is still met, it doesn't matter because that buy-in is there. And that one is really, really strong. When somebody believes that they're doing something because it's their idea, that's a very strong buy-in. So 3 minutes of a small little leadership class there. What does this have to do with video games? Well, this is what I realized watching the way that Steam is moving right now. And in my humble opinion, Steam is doing this better than Xbox. I got to give a shout out to my dude, Deadly Heavily. Believe that's his name. Shout out to my dude. He's got a YouTube channel. He's the one that made the YouTube video that talks about how great Xbox's marketing campaign is. This is Xbox. Deadly Heavily, right? I believe that's his name. Yeah. Sorry if I'm butchering it, brother. Yeah. But he made a video saying how wonderful the Xbox campaign was, that this is an Xbox, right? And essentially, before Xbox said this is an Xbox, I remember when I went ahead and I got myself my Asus ROG Ally. I went ahead and I got myself my my gaming laptop, and I called my gaming laptop my Xbox Series Ultimate. And I called my Xbox, my Asus ROG Ally, my Xbox Series Go. Till this day, that's the name on the PC. You know how you can name your PCs? That's actually their names for those two devices. And then I named my desktop my Xbox Series Pro, right? And this was before Xbox came out with that campaign, this is an Xbox. Then when that campaign came out, the This is an Xbox campaign, And they came out and they said that they were redefining what the Xbox gamer was. I remember I had a slight problem with it, but it took one of my YouTube subscribers, shout out to this girl's amazing, hit me up on Twitter to say, hey Doc, you've been saying this is an Xbox essentially before Xbox said it. You've been already calling out what Xbox was doing, and a lot of people were. It didn't take rocket science, but Xbox wasn't fully saying it. So when it was my idea that I had turned my Asus ROG Ally into an Xbox, when it was my idea that I had turned my gaming laptop into an Xbox Series Ultimate, when it was my idea that I turned my desktop into the Xbox Series Pro, when it was my idea, it was a good idea because I had buy-in. But once Xbox told me, hey, this is what we're doing, this is an Xbox, we're redefining everything, and they were transparent, oh, I didn't like that. No, you see, I didn't like it. I liked it when it was my idea. Because when it was my idea, that means I'm smart. That means I get what you're doing, Xbox. I figured it out. When you're telling me what you're doing and you're being transparent, that doesn't always work. So now I'm looking at Steam. Steam comes out with the Steam Deck, quietly drops a handheld that shocks the gaming world because handheld PCs have been a thing since forever. The biggest thing about the Steam Deck was how valuable it was. The price range was amazing, and the fact that it had the Steam OS from the get-go. Out of nowhere, all of a sudden, all these PC gamers were excited about playing like a console. I'm speaking facts now. Don't get mad at me, PC gamers, either. All of a sudden, all these PC gamers were excited to play the ease of use of a console. All of a sudden, all these PC gamers didn't care if you could play at high fidelity, high frames. I remember listen, there's a dude on my channel called the 77th or something. He always talks about the Steam Deck because he can't let it go that I could admit that I was wrong about the Steam Deck. I didn't think the Steam Deck was going to succeed. I didn't see how a crowd that was constantly bragging about frames and fidelity would be able to go to a handheld where you're going to be playing games at 45 frames per second. I did not see how that was going to be successful, yet the Steam Deck proved me wrong, and it was successful. And quietly, Valve went ahead and introduced the Steam Deck. Then other handheld PCs came out, and all Valve did was just be Valve. All Steam did was just stay true to themselves being Steam. You see, Steam Big Picture Mode is essentially the Steam OS. Not as perfected as the Steam OS, right? As some may say, but it's pretty damn close to the Steam OS, right? Rumors start rumbling that Valve is might make a hardware, something like that. And I see comments saying that would be done because Valve already failed at making the Steam machines. And I'm sitting here today watching everything that's going on, and it just hit me. This is an Xbox. This is an Xbox. This is an Xbox. Lenovo Legion Go, you got to stay with me now, just is going to drop a handheld PC already with the Steam OS in it. This is a Steam Deck. This is a Steam machine. 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 Valve, Steam has been making or allowing you to turn whatever you want into a Steam machine for the longest. If you've been playing most of your PC games via Steam, Steam machine didn't fail. No, you just built your own Steam machine, and Valve allowed you to believe that this was your idea. They're just not saying it out loud. But essentially, if the way you game 90% of the time is via Steam and you're a Steam user, you have a Steam machine. Now, you may not be using big picture mode. You might be using the regular Steam operating system, the regular Steam app, but essentially, you're still using Steam. It is a Steam machine. And now Lenovo is really going to be making a Steam machine, and Steam is okay with it. Other companies are going to come out and make Steam machines, and Steam is going to be okay with it. The difference is Steam is not saying this out loud. You realize that Steam allowed the Steam Deck, right, to be modified and all this other stuff. You could put Windows on it and all this other stuff, right? They maybe could have made it a lot more difficult and locked it the way that the Switch is locked. I don't know. But they didn't do that. No. You use a Steam Deck or you use Steam however you want. On my PC, when I boot it up, it boots up into Steam Big Picture mode whenever I want. Sometimes I'll use Play Night. Sometimes I'll just use regular Steam, and sometimes I'll have Game Pass boot up, depending on what game I'm playing and what mood I'm in. But whenever I want to make it a Steam machine, it's a Steam machine. But whenever I want an Xbox, I'll make it an Xbox. The difference is Xbox is telling me all of this is an Xbox, and they didn't get my buy-in. Whether you buy a regular Lenovo Legion Go, the next one that's coming out, or you buy the Steam version of the Lenovo Legion Go, the potential is there that whatever handheld you buy next, it's going to be essentially a Steam Deck. Right now, my Asus ROG Ally also boots up into big picture mode. You think Steam is tripping that I'm using an Asus ROG Ally instead? You think they're tripping that I'm buying games on the Steam store, but I'm using it on Asus ROG Ally? They're not tripping at all. That's exactly the same thing that Xbox is trying to do. The difference is their buying strategy came out with transparency. Where I think Xbox is failing and they could do a little bit better would be full transparency. Full transparency. Just say every single game is going everywhere. Go ahead and stop the delayed games going to PS5. Drop the games day and date. Let the consumer truly choose. And you'll see. Now you are competing, though, essentially with Steam. Is that a good idea? I don't know. But I could tell you this. When Steam is not telling me that I'm making everything a Steam machine, it feels a lot nicer because it feels like it's my idea. When in reality, it's not. Here are your parameters. You do what you want with them. How would you like to play on console? Or how would you like to play on PC and make it seem like a console? Oh, big picture mode. Yeah, that was your idea to go ahead and have it start in big picture mode. Yeah, that was all you, Doc. Genius. Dog1985. There's levels to this. The future of gaming is going to be exciting. I don't know what's about to happen or how it's going to pan out for everybody. All I know is that in the PC realm, Steam definitely has a leg up, and it looks like Xbox is trying to get there. They know they can't compete in the traditional hard console space, so they got to do something else. We'll see. Somebody told me that Sony is unbothered by all of this, that they're sitting pretty. We'll see. It all dictates how much more popular these handheld PCs get and the PC realm gets in general. The Dog1985. There's levels to this. Let me know what you guys think. Everything's a Steam Deck. Everything's a Steam machine. Essentially, they just didn't say it. You built a Steam machine. There's Steam machines everywhere. Steam didn't fail. They changed the game but didn't tell you. And you took the buy-in. We out. Peace. Genius.